HDL. Here we are, we're looking at the ISKU software package that comes with the keyboard, and we're just going to go over a couple things here. First off, right here we're on the main control tab, and here we can assign all kinds of different things here. Caps locked, or the caps lock acts as the easy shift, and if you click the down arrow here, you can assign a few different things like the easy shift, ISKU, Roccat talk, and the submenus in there are easy shift and Roccat talk cone. So if you have the cone, which is their mouse, that's what interacts with this keyboard. For easy aim, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now if you come down here to macro keys, M1 through M5, that's the 5 keys on the left hand side of the keyboard. You can assign different macros like shift +1, shift +2, and that sort of thing. And if you click down the on the down arrow, there are a bunch of different things that you can assign. The Roccat talk, macro preset function, which is if you go under there, you know, there's a ton of games here. You have Age of Conan, Battle for Middle Earth, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Bioshock 2, CNC 3, Counter-Strike 1.6, Counter-Strike Source, Crisis and Crisis Warhead, Dragon Age, Guild Wars, Left 4 Dead, Lineage 2, Lord of the Rings Online, Mass Effect 2, Modern Warfare 2, Sacred 2, Warcraft 3, Warhammer Online, World of Warcraft, and then we get into the browser stuff: Firefox, Internet Explorer, Office functions, Photoshop, Safari, TeamSpeak, Windows functions, and Xfire. Now if you go under here, Age of Conan, for instance, there is a boatload of hotkeys that are already programmed in. You can just click and assign whatever one of these functions here that you like. And that's the same for all these keys here. You can go in here and, you know, assign a timer or a profile, multimedia for, you know, muting windows, volume up, down, open player, previous track, next track, play, pause, and stop. Internet Explorer, you can set up web pages, you know, search, home, back, forward, stop, refresh, and your favorites. Bring all that stuff up. Under the system, you have shutdown, sleep, and wake. And then you have standard presets: assign a shortcut, email, calculator, my computer, IE browser, quick launch, disable, and open driver. And these go on for every single one of the 5 macro keys. The thumbster keys are the 3 keys beneath the space bar. This is profile down. So what happens if you hit the T1 key? It'll shift. If you're in profile 5 and you hit that, it'll shift to profile 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can change all that as well. You can assign it to whatever you want it to do. If you hit the open driver or the T2 key, it'll open up this actual software package here, and once again you can assign it to do whatever you like. The T3 key is the profile up, so if you're in profile 1, you can hit the T3 key and work your way up through the profiles, or you can also set whatever particular thing you want that key to do. Now if you come over to this side here, this is used with the easy shift key, so control +1, and then once again you can assign whatever you like to it, whatever you want it to do, and that's for all 5 of those. Used with the easy shift is caps locks, open player, and email. So if you hit the easy shift key plus the T3 key, so I'll hit easy shift and T3, it'll bring up email, as you can see. If I want to open up the player, it's easy shift plus T2. It'll bring up Windows Media Player or whatever player you have it set to. And the caps lock is easy shift plus T1, and that just cap locks the keyboard so that you can obviously type in capital letters or not. Over here, this is the the keys that it will that are lit up is what these presets here will control, or whatever you want to change them to. So you can see I'm on this shift one here, and this key here is lit up. And if I work my way down, each one lights up correspondingly to that key. And that's the same with these ones here. It's looking, except for this, you're using the easy shift key, and then you can reassign different keys for that, for these 5 keys as well. Going into the easy zone control, each one of these here tabs selects up a key in the easy zone here, right? So your wayside keys, and then the Q, ERT, etc., so on and so forth. And if we click on key 1, we can assign a macro plus a preset function. So you can create a new macro play pause, and then it goes into all the games again, right? So Age of Conan, Battle for Middle-earth, Battlefield, Bad Company 2, Bioshock 2, CNC 3, and so on down the line. And then we also have Firefox, Internet Explorer, pretty much the same kind of stuff, but you can shift it to these keys here rather than the macro keys on the left hand side of the keyboard. Under the media keys and the F keys, you which are run along the top of the keyboard, obviously, right? The 8 keys at the top, and then all your F keys. You can assign, like I said, whatever you want to do: standard, email, system, Internet Explorer, multimedia, so on and so forth, all the way down. And then the F keys, same thing, right? You can assign it to do whatever you want: create a timer, edit, delete timer, stop timer, switch between profiles, so on and so forth. And if we go to the advanced control, here we have character repeat. These are Windows settings, right? So this is how long you hold a key down for, how many times that key will be repeated, right? So default, it's set for less than half of what the speed is available here. And then we have the repeat rate here, right? So it's set to really fast. So if you hold a key down, right, it goes really fast, right? And if you want to change the speed of which those the rate of the key is pressed down for, it goes a lot slower, right? So lots of functionality here. Almost everything on this keyboard is absolutely programmable by the user. Here's the key illumination, so how high. They have the 6 different levels, so 1 through 6. That's the brightness control. Here is a key illumination dimmer timeout. So right now, after 15 minutes, default it's set to dim the keys down to only 20%, right? And you can change that. You can go 20, 40, 60, 80, or 100%. And then as for the timer, you can go from 1 minute to 30 minutes. Down here at the bottom. And then down in this corner here we have enable and disable keys. So if you're in a game and you want to disable your Windows keys for instance, or the right window key, left window key, application keys, tab and left shift key, you can disable or enable those keys. Sound feedback, this is macro live recording stuff, right? Profile switching, and then you can set the volume. So what this does here, for instance, is if I'm in profile 1 and I want to switch to profile 2, I just hit the key, and it actually lets you know what profile you're switching to. So I'll just hit a button here, and hopefully you can hear it.
Profile 3, Profile 4, Profile 5. Profile 1, Profile 2.
And that's basically what it does there. So you can set the volume on that. So if you're in a game and you want to switch a profile real quick, it lets you know, it actually tells you what profile you're in. Update and support, obviously this is where you go to update your drivers. It tells you the current driver version plus the firmware that's installed. We have updated to the current driver version, which is 1.15, and the installed firmware is 1.24, which is up to date at the time. Down here we can set our profiles, right? You can set Windows profile and, you know, go about whatever you want to do. And then this is default to 3, 4, 5, and you can set up all different profiles in there. Anyways, that is the ISKU software from Roccat. Thanks for watching.